Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Intisar Faulkner here with First Alert Meteorologist Von Gaskin. We are keeping you updated and getting you everything you need to know about our First Alert weather days and our snowstorm.
Right.
And starting off this morning, Von, you know, the snow fell. We didn't have any more snowfall today, but it was cold.
It was cold. It still is cold. It's so cold. They've given us advisories for the cold. So we are certainly just kind of chug-a-lugging right now, just kind of making it through. And I would like to commend everybody who are watching from their home, their warm, safe home, bed, places that you should be as opposed to being out on the roads.
Absolutely. We have been telling folks, please, if you can, stay off the roadways just because even with these cold conditions and even with the snow now, you know, passing through, it's still cold out there. And that could still make for some hazardous conditions when it comes to the roadways, freezing over, any ice. So still, if you can, stay home today.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and take a look at a few weather graphics here. We were talking today how, you know, the weather story of it all is starting to change. You know, we're no longer talking about the snow. We're just talking about these cold temperatures. Live look at Lake Murray. It makes you want to go out there and enjoy, but please don't because it is not safe and it's cold. 30 degrees is what I have on there now. With your wind being at about 17 miles per hour, it makes it feel like it's about 25 to 30 in a lot of areas. That 30 feels like 18. There you go. Yeah. And that's with adding that 17 mile per hour wind. So feeling like about 18. So we have been doing this all day. That wind has really been reducing the temperature, and that has been a huge factor. So with some of these snow reports, just to look at it, Lugoff got 5 inches, Winsboro about 4.5, Mulberry 3.4, Columbia 3.1, and actually northeast Columbia is actually at 4 inches. So those areas just to the north, those numbers are a little bit higher for us there, closer to Lugoff and Elgin communities. And then St. Matthews, you got 2.6, and Somerton 2.5, and I want to say Orangeburg, you're at about 3. So we have a couple of these lists going around just to kind of give you an update on some of those numbers that we saw. But we're still in the thick of it with our First Alert weather days going on for the cold temperatures. The wind chills have moved up from near zero to the teens and 20s, but nonetheless, it is still cold and frostbite is still possible, especially with the kids enjoying kind of playing in some of the snow with the gloves on. Those little hands get very cold. And so I want to give you a look at the roads, and the roads look okay.
Yeah. They look
from
okay.
this point, right, from this vantage point. But just like we're looking at a secondary road outside of our window here, and it still has some wet spots. We still have snow on roads. So it is just best to stay off the roads. And that's our first comment. Jeff O'Shields. Thank you, Jeff, for tuning in. And he has a great warning. Stay off the roads, point blank period.
Point blank period. Stay off the roadways if you can. Because even when you're talking about black ice conditions, and even when we go into the evening, into tomorrow, when you can't see anything, thinking that it might just be a puddle in the roadway or some melted snow, it could be possible black ice. So it's best if you can just stay home, hunker down. And I know we've had several school districts that have let us know they are having closures for tomorrow, even some for Tuesday, several e-learning days in place as well. So all that can be found on our website at wistv.com. So parents, you can keep up to date with what's happening as we start the work week.
Yeah, that's really going to be the best plan. I mean, just wait it out. I know you want to get out and about, but at the end of the day, a lot of the businesses aren't open. So a lot of the businesses are closed. So, I mean, if you don't have to go anywhere pressing, there's really no need to get out. I think a lot of people want to do some joyriding, might be getting a little cabin fever. I mean, after 24 hours, after 24 hours, if you're getting cabin fever and you want to get out on the roads, please try your best to avoid it. Because you think about it, even if you're fine and you can drive, what about the other person?
Right. My mom taught me that way. She always, when I learned how to drive, she said, everyone else on the road is crazy.
Right.
That's how she described it. And so, yes, I am definitely with you. And it's even not about you if you feel like, oh, I got it, or I have, you know, a truck, a big old F-150. Still no. Stay home.
Stay home. So, Traffic Camera Network, please feel free to enter your questions if you would like to. So with our impacts, the hazardous travel, icy spots on roads are likely, and those afternoon wind chills anywhere from the teens to the 20s, that is going to be a big, big issue. How much did Sumter get? I don't have the list right in front of me, but Sumter, I think they are close to about 3 inches as well, somewhere between 2 to 3 inches for Sumter. Thanks, Karen. Thank you for sending in that question. We appreciate you. And so also remember, it's going to freeze over, so those secondary roads still have to be watched very, very closely.
That's some good advice from Nikki. Secondary roads here in Ridgeway are snow covered and icy, so she's also one that says stay home if you can. Yes, please stay home if you don't have to get out on the roadways. And Vaughn, even with this snow that we had yesterday, you know, the powdery substance that it was a lighter snow. But even when I was out in Winsboro yesterday, that wind as the snow was coming in was making it the unbearable part. You know, the snow, it was soft, it wasn't too hard to walk, but that wind, once it got to going with the snow, different ball game.
And before we get to our next graphic, I want to commend you for being out in the snow this go round.
Yeah, it was a fun time. You know, I mean, being from St. Louis, it's not anything that is new, but we definitely, I was not a winter wonderland type of kid. I was the one that was staying inside because I don't really like the cold. It was beautiful to look at, but I never liked getting out into it, so it was definitely like a refresher yesterday getting outside.
Oh, wow. But yeah, you did great.
Thank
you. You handled it like a pro.
Thank
and then
you.
went to Waffle House afterwards, right?
The Waffle House was great. Great end to the day.
Oh, good.
All right. It says, how are things going to Charlotte? Well, if you can, stay off the roadways. Stay off the roadways altogether.
And I mean, right now it's about 1 o'clock. We're not at the heating of the day. Temperatures right now at 30. I expect them to get up to about 35. So the roads may be a little bit warmer than that. We are seeing some melting on area roadways. Tabitha, is it here, Tabitha, I think?
Yes.
If you can avoid the minor roads, the secondary roads, definitely do that. The interstates look good, but they're not perfect. You know, you have these dips, you have low spots in some of those interstates. Those spots will refreeze, you know, and it may be a patch of ice there. You also have bridges heading up that way. If you run into one of those bridges and, you know, it didn't take on a good amount of sunshine, it may shock you and it may be slick, maybe a little sheet of ice there. So let's watch out for that. I certainly wouldn't advise jumping on the road, but hey, if you got to go, I understand that you definitely have to go. Cold weather advisory has been issued. They issued this for us, so that starts at 6 this evening and it continues until 9 tomorrow morning, and that is for temperatures getting down to the single digits. We're going with the temperature tomorrow morning of about 14, so that is going to be cold.
Very cold.
Yeah, very, very cold for us. You know how we are. We are not used to this, and you know, I got to be honest, I'm pretty tired of winter.
Yes.
Winter can go ahead.
Look, the first thing I was going to say is that please not another event next weekend. We need a break.
We're good. Now, we are tracking liquid precipitation on Wednesday.
Okay.
I think Tuesday night into Wednesday, liquid form of precipitation.
Okay, so hopefully we don't have any winter wonderlands coming our way for another weekend. But yes, another great tip there, Jeff O'Shields. Tonight, don't forget to leave those faucets at a slow drip and open those cabinets underneath the faucets. Yes, some great tips there just to make sure that you don't have any pipe freezing in your home or your apartment. So thanks, Jeff, for that.
Thank you, Jeff. All right, that cold weather advisory and wind gusts today, it will be breezy all day. That is the reason that it feels colder than it actually is. And there are times that we're almost cutting these temperatures in half. You know, we're looking at these, 20-degree temperature feeling like 10. So that is going to start back up, especially once the sun starts to go down. The sun is probably high in the sky now. So once it starts to, head downward, we will more than likely start to feel that cool again. So haven't quite gotten to the heating of the day yet, but we're pretty close, and it will stay on the chillier side. For tomorrow morning at 5 a.m., 16. is the way it will feel. Feeling like 14 at 7 and then up to 22 by 9. It's hard to believe we're looking forward to 22 and 29, but 35 by 1. And then tomorrow, I expect us to get up to the 40s.
Okay.
I do expect to see the 40s for your Monday afternoon. So again, it's going to be one of those days where we have to give the daytime to get in and start doing the rest of the melting. And then Tuesday, for Tuesday, I'm just going to say for right now, let's fast forward this. For Tuesday, we're kind of going to put a pin in it because we may issue a first alert weather day for Tuesday.
Okay.
Let's see how much we get done today, and that will dictate whether or not we need to extend the first alert weather days or not. But Tuesday morning, we're going to wake up to about 22. So
goodness.
better, but not the
20s.
best. Right.
Yeah, better. It's really like, be careful what you wish for. Because I feel like, once we were at the lag of fall, we wanted this cold, and it came. This new year brought the cold that we wanted.
I'm telling you. And yesterday, when I was experiencing the snow, and I said to myself, why can't we get this at Christmas? Why I would have loved this at Christmas time, at home watching movies and seeing the snow falling. It would have just been absolutely perfect. But nope, we get ours at the end of January, sometimes into February.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get a little break. So, of course, make sure you have that First Alert Weather app handy to stay up to date with all the things that you need to know.
Absolutely.
We want to make sure that you guys can see some amazing pictures that we've had from our viewers. We've been sharing these through all of our newscasts and our digital broadcasts. So we want to take a look at some of the pictures that you guys have been sending in. Oh, I love seeing all the snowmen. I know this Vaughn wasn't that snow, but we were talking about the consistency wasn't the best, but they may do. A lot of the kiddos did really good.
They did. They really, really did.
Such a great picture. So
goodness
good.
gracious, they worked on that one. Look at that little sweetheart.
Such a
my
cutie
goodness.
out in the snow.
I'm sure that's her first snow.
Oh, she's adorable.
Absolutely
Look
adorable.
at that. The icicles coming down.
They say those icicles are scary.
Yeah. You gotta be careful. If you are, at home and wanting to take some time to maybe shovel that driveway or get outside to do a little cleaning because the snow is pushed through, just be careful out there with that ice. Be careful.
Definitely.
Oh, another cute snow day picture.
Beautiful.
And I love to see the kids in their little coats, the puffy coats that just take over.
And for us, I know when my kids were small, I mean, you wear that winter gear once a year, then you put it away, and it's probably another year before you really need it again.
Oh, these are great pictures. And then, the playhouse all covered in snow. So make sure that you are staying safe if the kiddos are heading out today to play in the snow. Make any snowmen. Still take those breaks. I know we've been talking about hypothermia a lot and getting cold quickly. So it's very important that, parents are just keeping an eye on them. They can play outside, but just make sure you take those breaks.
Right. Just giving you the hourly forecast. Sunny skies. Someone asked me how long was it going to be sunny, and it's going to be sunny all day. Yeah, we're going to keep the sunshine all day, and we're going to top out at about 35. So around 34 to 35 during that 4 and 5 o'clock time frame. And then that takes us into clear skies for the overnight. And when it gets clear and cold, it gets cold. So that's how we're going to fall to that 14-degree temperature as we head into that overnight period. So, all right, 35 for us today. I'm just looking at the future radar. We are done. Goodness gracious, we are happy about it. So just area roadways right now. We really just got to really keep an eye on those area roadways. So that is probably going to be the main event for today, staying warm and staying off of area roads.
Absolutely. Stay safe out there. We do just want to send a quick reminder, if you are watching any of our digital newscasts for today, you can also view it on a actual smart TV on a big screen. So we have a free app on Roku that you can use, and we're streaming there in between our regular newscasts. So if you're watching on Facebook on your phone or anything like that, if you have a smart TV using that Roku app, you can go ahead and stream it on your TV as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us today, and thank you for joining us for all of our winter weather coverage.